In this video, we are going to make a famous Indian street food known as Pav Bhaji. Now, Pav Bhaji is very famous, especially in these regions of India. And as the name suggests, it's made up of two major components, Pav and Bhaji. For Pav, you have to buy this item from your nearby bakery store. I know these are called dinner rolls, but guys, these dinner rolls has the closest resemblance to the pav. And in this video, we are going to make the bhaji for this pav. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Now there is a two-step process for making the bhaji, and in the first step, here are some of the key ingredients which you will need. The first thing you will need is potatoes. I am starting with 5 potatoes, and I was having some boiled potatoes in my refrigerator, so I am also using those. Guys, I am making this bhaji for 2 days, so I am using more potatoes here, but 4 potatoes would be enough for you. Next, I am using 4 tomatoes here. We will be using 2 tomatoes at this stage, and we will use another 2 later in the second step. Next, I am taking some carrots here. I am using baby carrots, but you can opt for normal carrots as well. Next, I am taking some green peas. These were frozen green peas, but you can also opt for the fresh ones. And the last thing I am going to use here is beetroot. Guys, this beetroot is mainly for color and it doesn't affect the taste of your bhaji, so you can skip it if you don't have this at your home. Aside from these veggies, you can also add others like cauliflower, beans, or you can add any other veggies here. So let's start the cooking process now. We will use a pressure cooker for all of these veggies here. I will start with some oil. The first thing I will use here is cumin seeds. I am using 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Now here goes my potatoes, my beetroot and the carrots. You have to add all the hard veggies at this stage. Now we have to mix this for 2 to 3 minutes only. We just want to roast these hard veggies. Now I will add some spices here. I am using half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. And to speed up the cooking process, I am using 2 teaspoons of white salt. Next goes 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Guys, this is spicy red chili powder, so you can adjust the quantity as per your spice level tolerance. Next, I will add the Kashmiri chili powder. This Kashmiri chili powder is mainly for the color. So after around 2 minutes of cooking, I am going to add the green peas here. Along with my green peas, here goes the tomatoes. Now guys, we have to pressure cook these veggies. So I will add 1 cup of water at this stage. This water will act as an insurance and it will protect your veggies from sticking the bottom of your pressure cooker. So let's cover the lid now and we will wait for 3 to 4 whistles here. So while my pressure cooker is doing its job, let's start the second step here. For this step, I am using 1 onion, half green pepper and those 2 tomatoes. I have actually shown 1.5 tomato here, but later I use the remaining half as well. So I would suggest you to go with the 2 tomatoes. And now we have to finally chop these veggies here. I am going to use a chopper here, but you can chop these veggies with your hands, or you can also opt for a chopper just like me. I will chop all of these veggies in this chopper, but I will start with onions first. As you can see, this chopper makes the life easy and I don't have to cry while cutting the onions, guys. Onions are finely chopped here and I will do the same for the green pepper and tomatoes as well. So once your pressure cooker released all of its steam, it's time to open it now. Now I'm going to use a masher here and we have to mash these boiled veggies. Guys, you have to mash these veggies very well as we want a thick gravy from these veggies. So keep mashing your veggies until everything is mashed properly. So once all of your veggies are well mashed here, you have to take these veggies out, and I have transferred these veggies into a bowl here, and I will use the same pressure cooker for the further cooking. I will use some oil here. And now we have to use the butter, guys. Now do not hesitate on your butter. This butter will add a great taste to your pav bhaji. So add more butter just like me. So once your butter is hot enough, let's add some Kashmiri chili powder here. So once your oil is hot, let's add our onions now. Now you have to change your heat level to medium high and you have to cook these onions well. Along with my onions, I am going to use ginger garlic paste here. You can also opt for fresh ginger garlic, but I would suggest you to make a paste from it. I am using 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste at this stage. And now let's mix all of this. Next, I will add the green peppers here. You can see I have used the chopper for the green peppers as well. My mixture was getting really dry, so I'm adding some more butter here. And now we will let these onions and peppers cook for 5 to 7 minutes here. So after few minutes, I'm going to add the tomatoes now. And now just to speed up the cooking process, I'm using white salt. Be careful with your white salt guys. You have added the white salt in the veggies as well. Along with the white salt, I'm also using some other spices. Here goes 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. And now I'm going to use the pav bhaji masala here. Guys, you can use any brand for the pav bhaji masala. And we will be using around 2 teaspoons of pav bhaji masala. Let's give all of this a good mix. Now we have to cook all of these ingredients until we get a fine gravy from this masala. So at any stage, if this masala seems to be too dry, you can add some water to this and keep mixing your masala so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pressure cooker. And guys, I forget to add the red chili powder here. So I'm adding half a teaspoon of red chili powder. This red chili powder is mainly for the spiciness. So you can skip it as we have added some red chili powder to the veggies as well. So after around 10 to 12 minutes of cooking, you can see my masala is changing into a fine gravy. So now I'm going to add the fenugreek leaves. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of fenugreek leaves and I will rub this to make a fine powder from these. So now I will use the same masher to mash these onions, peppers and tomatoes here. Guys, be careful at this stage because this masala is very hot. So try not to burn your hand, but also try to mash your masala as much as possible. I'm also adding some black pepper powder here. My masala was getting really dry at this stage, so I'm adding some more water. So after few more minutes of cooking, let's add our bhaji now. Guys, I am using half of my bhaji at this stage, and this is why I was asking you to not use that many potatoes at the first stage. I will add some bhaji and then start mashing it with my masala. So once everything is mixed properly, I will add some more bhaji here, and that's it guys. This bhaji is enough for now. So I will keep the remaining bhaji for tomorrow and I will make the masala again. So let's mash our bhaji with the masala here. You have to mix all of this really well and keep mashing your bhaji with the masala. Once everything is mixed properly, it's time to add some water. I will keep using the masher so that everything gets mixed properly. But guys, this water will start coming out. So I would suggest you to cover your pressure cooker now. We have to keep a check on this bhaji so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pressure cooker. But try to keep it covered, otherwise it will keep coming out. So while my bhaji is simmering on the low heat, let's work on our pav now. Guys, this pav or dinner rolls or bread rolls, whatever you would like to say, will be eaten along with your bhaji. So I will take 2 pavs and cut it from the middle. Now I will use a flat pan to heat these pavs. You can heat your pav in the butter and then use some bhaji. We will wrap our pavs with the bhaji. And trust me guys, they will taste really good. As you can see, our pav bhaji is ready now. Guys, this bhaji is looking fabulous. I wish you can smell the great aroma that's coming out of this bhaji. Now I will garnish it with some butter, some chopped onions and some cilantro. Here goes my pav, and guys, use some lemon on the top. You must try this recipe at home and I can guarantee that everyone will love it. Thank you for watching this video till the end. You can also make a spicy green mint chutney with this pav bhaji, which you can check out in this video. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.